One of the problems of being in the woods at night with basic equipment, say for example just a knife, is light. If you go into the woods with just your knife, how do you provide light for yourself? Obviously you're not going to be able to recreate an LED head torch. If you can manage to get fire, that would provide some light. But mobile sources of light are a lot harder to come by, and one source is Fatwood. So this Fatwood has come from a Scots Pine, Pinus sylvestris. You can see the resin, that dark brown area here, just along there. And also you can recognise it by the smell, a very, very intense resinous smell compared to the rest of the wood. It's lovely. This one's even better. You can see the veins of resin going through it. Okay, so what we want to do is, it'll be pretty hard to light this thick a stick on fire. So we want to split this down and then rebind it, effectively making a taper candle. So we'll split it down now and we'll go from there. That's the first split. You can see the resin, very, very concentrated there. These are dead branches still attached to the tree. What happens is, as the tree dies, or sorry, the branch dies, the resin is deposited in the branch to seal it off, and it can become quite concentrated. This stuff is very, very flammable, as you'll see in a minute. So here I have a nice bit of Scots Pine impregnated with resin, Fatwood. Got some curls on it just to help it light at the start. And this should burn whenever it's lit. If you hold your piece of Fatwood like this, it'll burn incredibly quickly. If you hold it like this, it'll burn a lot more slowly, but it may go out. So this is usually a happy medium. It'll work its way down in the piece of wood slowly, but still give off lots of light. Resin gives off a good light. So I'll light it and see how it goes. Also, I have all these other pieces, so whenever this starts to go down I can light another bit, or have multiple pieces. Or if you really want to have a lot of light, you bind them all together like so, and you'll get a lot of light, but you'll also get a lot of heat, and it'll consume your Fatwood very quickly. There's a lovely little bit there too. I think we'll actually light this first. I've just hammered it into a crack in the wood. You can see it'll stay in there, burn away. Unfortunately, if I'm holding the camera, so I've only got one hand free, so I'll light it and then I'll turn it back on. There we go. Fatwood candle burning away. There's the other little bit there, which was pretty well. Very windy today. I'll relight. I've changed the position to keep out of the wind, but now that it's basically pointing down, it's going a lot faster. See the black smoke? That's the resin. This stuff is amazing. Just makes fire lighting very easy if you can obtain some Fatwood. People buy it off eBay. Quite a lot of money when you can just find it out in your local woods. The wind's determined to prove me wrong today. Now I'm going to light this larger piece. Because it's windy, a small taper like that will usually blow out, but a larger piece may be able to stand up to it. It's an interesting experiment, you know. Don't let these things get you down, just keep at it. Try something new. Usually the windier it is, the bigger the fire you need anyway. Although, the windier it is, the hotter your fire burns, the more fuel it consumes. Anyway, we'll light this, see what happens. Here we go. Finger thick, burning away. And out. So here we have it, the thicker piece, lit on fire. I'll just tilt it slightly to get it more established. Because it's thicker, it'll burn slower. As long as there's plenty of resin in it. You can see the black smoke. So that's sitting horizontally. So it'll just burn along there quite slowly. That's enough light. You know, it's more than a candle's worth. So it's enough to do fine work by, if you're close enough. Or find something if you've dropped it on the ground. Maybe even carve a bow drill notch. A little bit of light goes a long way, especially when your night vision's kicked in. And a small event like that, you'd be surprised. Certainly wind is the enemy. There you go. This has been going for 3 minutes. Just working its way along.
How could you do that?
Fatwood. This is now about 7 minutes. So you're gonna get it. You could be getting 15 minutes out of this piece, as long as it's managed.